How you do, buckaroos? I've got one here sent to me from Dale Roberts out of Colorado, Upslope, Manhattan-style rye ale, aged in Maryland-style rye whiskey barrels in cooperation with Leopold Brothers Distilling. 10.4%, 35 IBUs. We set out to recreate the flavors of the classic Manhattan cocktail using our preferred artistic mediums, premium malt, hops, and yeast, aged in first-use Maryland-style rye whiskey barrels. The bold barrel-forward rye spice and sweet malt aromas interweave to create notes of sweet cherries, caramel, rye whiskey, and hints of vanilla. Like the cocktail, the warm rye whiskey character plays a central role in shaping the unique experience of this beer. Ingredients are caramel, rye, malt, American ale yeast, and premium German hops. How about that? So they don't put a lot into this, but it is inspired by the classic Manhattan, which is why I'm using kind of a cocktail glass here as opposed to a traditional beer glass. The color certainly is reminiscent of a Manhattan, and those of you that know me know the Manhattan is my favorite cocktail. Oh, the nose is gorgeous. It does smell. It does smell a lot like a Manhattan, brother. Yeah, you can smell some of the. Smell some oak. I can certainly get some of that rye spice, rye whiskey spice, as well as rye malt spice. And the rye whiskey is more than just a little apparent on the nose. I'll tell you that. It's got a beautiful head, if you can see that there. These glasses, the Boss's Private Bar, I don't know what the hell that means. Other than this, the Boss's Private Bar. I don't know if there's any other significance to it, but my wife found two of these at the Goodwill outlet in St. Louis when we were there a few weeks back, or last month, or whenever the hell it was now. It's been a little bit now. So, it's not necessarily the weather for a beer like this. I've been doing a lot of lighter fare, but I was really in the mood to try her. Oh, biscuits. Oh, biscuits. Wow, that's good. Holy cow. You know, I recently had the Kentucky old-fashioned barrel-aged beer, which was kind of inspired by the old-fashioned, and I said at the time it didn't really taste like an old-fashioned, but you can see the inspiration. And this one really actually has a lot of notes of a Manhattan. I thought I'd end up saying about the same thing, that I'd feel the inspiration, but not necessarily the cocktail. No, this one I really do feel it almost has the feel of actually drinking a Manhattan. It's a tad sweeter than a Manhattan. I'm just spitting all over myself here. Sorry about that. There's a tad bit of sweetness. You certainly feel that sweetness from the malt, which may be a little bit sweeter than an actual Manhattan, but you do get a little bit of sweetness from the sweet vermouth in a Manhattan. So that it kind of mimics that. I certainly feel that whiskey barrel. Yeah, absolutely, baby. That's what Daddy like. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, it's nice. What they use in here almost mimics the bitters that you would find in a Manhattan. I don't know if that would be snow melt, caramel, rye malt, ale yeast. Yeah, I'm guessing it's just a combination of the rye malt and the particular hops that they use. It sort of mimics the bitters that you would find in a Manhattan. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, wow. Wow, yeah, As far as cocktail-inspired beers, this one is, wow, this one is right at the top. It's gorgeous. This one isn't going to be for everybody. It's certainly not going to be for the faint of heart. But if you're a fan of the Manhattan, I think you're going to dig it. Also, maybe even if the Manhattan isn't your thing, or maybe you're just not familiar with the cocktail, if you just like big barrel-aged badass beers, I think this one's for you too. This is brilliant. Wow, this is it's a top 10 for me, because this is right in my wheelhouse. Rye and barrel aged and Manhattan. I mean, it's wow. I mean, it was almost as if they made it with me in mind. It's gorgeous. Wow. So I want to thank Dale Roberts for sending me this badass beer. Wow, it's gorgeous. Holy crap. It's time to beer whisper. I'm fixing to get tanked.